Welcome to today's Explainer. I am literally so thrilled you're here right now because we're tackling a massive, universal headache for finance professionals today. And the best part? We're actually going to solve it together. We're diving deep into how finance teams can completely optimize their reporting workflows. We'll be drawing on some really eye-opening fresh data from the 2025 FP&A Trends Survey to really diagnose the problem, and then we'll use expert tutorials from Excel Demi and Sapphire Business Technology to build a practical, software-driven solution. So if you're tired of spending your month end doing mindless data entry instead of, actual strategic analysis, you are absolutely in the right place. Okay, let's dive into this roadmap really quick. First, we'll look at the FP&A data trap. Then we'll tackle the age-old debate of Excel versus Power BI. After that, we'll introduce the hybrid reporting solution, walk through building that hybrid workflow step by step, and finally, look at achieving best-in-class FP&A. All right, let's kick things off with Section 1. The FP&A data trap. To set the stage here, take a look at the cover of the 2025 FP&A Trends Survey. Now, they chose this image of a flamingo for a very specific reason. Right now, finance teams are, they're exactly like this flamingo. You're standing on one leg, desperately trying to maintain your balance and just find your footing in these incredibly turbulent rising data waters. You're being asked to guide major business decisions and anticipate market changes. But in reality, you're just being held back by fragmented systems and an overwhelming volume of information. And here is the stark reality that proves just how turbulent those waters actually are. According to the survey, finance teams are currently spending a massive 46% of their time just collecting and validating data. 46%. Think about that for a second. Nearly half of your working hours are completely consumed by chasing down inputs, cross-checking massive spreadsheets, and trying to fix broken formulas. This isn't just some minor, everyday inefficiency. This is the highest figure reported in 5 years. So instead of generating valuable insights, highly skilled finance professionals are basically functioning as data janitors. Because of this massive burden, we're seeing a really wild paradox in the industry right now. The ambition for finance teams to act as strategic business partners is incredibly high, but the actual execution, it is severely lacking. A shocking 2% of teams actually consider themselves fully optimized. Just 2%. That leaves 98% of finance teams admitting they are essentially not optimized. They're bogged down by fragmented planning, incredibly slow forecasting cycles, and tight budget limits that totally prevent a full-scale digital transformation. Which brings us to our tools. Section 2. Excel versus Power BI. The experts over at Sapphire Business Technology highlight that every finance team faces this intense tension at month end, and usually it boils right down to which tool you're supposed to use. So on one side, we have Excel. It is the absolute, undisputed king of flexibility. It gives you total freedom for custom financial modeling, manual tweaks, and those deep cell-level calculations. But on the other side, we have Power BI. Now, Power BI isn't built for you to just type data into. Instead, it's designed to connect, transform, and automatically visualize massive volumes of data from multiple sources in real time. So let's walk through this decision matrix, which is heavily inspired by the great tutorials over at Excel Demi. You really should start in Excel when you need a quick, ad hoc analysis, your dataset is relatively small, or you're doing highly manual financial modeling, like those custom amortization schedules where you absolutely need cell-level transparency. However, you should jump into Power BI when you're dealing with millions of rows, pulling from multiple systems like an ERP and a CRM at the exact same time, and when you need automated, secure publishing for your leadership team. Think of it this way. Excel is your scratchpad and modeler, Power BI is your automated reporting engine. But here is exactly where that data trap snaps shut. As your company grows, if you rely entirely on Excel for that multi-stakeholder monthly reporting, you inevitably run into the absolute nightmare of version control. We've all been there, right? When multiple people are editing a file called Q3_forecast_final_V4_actual final, your reporting process just devolves into a manual error-prone mess. You're constantly chasing inputs and rechecking formulas just because someone changed the source data. And this right here is exactly why that 46% data collection stat exists in the first place. So, what's the fix? Section 3. The hybrid reporting solution. Enter the hybrid report. A hybrid report is essentially a workflow that leverages Excel for what it does best, which is data preparation and agile ad hoc analysis. And it seamlessly integrates that with Power BI for interactive dashboards, live querying, and scalable sharing. It's the ultimate compromise. It perfectly balances the comfort and agility of a traditional spreadsheet with the automated, massive scale of a modern business intelligence tool. Now, what's really interesting about this next slide is how we put this into practice. Section 4, building a hybrid workflow. To turn this, somewhat abstract advice into a tangible, totally memorable workflow, we can break it down into 3 mandatory steps. First, we start our exploration in Excel. Second, we scale that data up into Power BI. And third, and I promise you this is the magic part, we connect Excel directly back to Power BI. Let's look a little closer at exactly how each step works. All right, so step 1 is all about leveraging Excel for its beginner-friendly exploration. You jump into the Data tab, pull in your data, and use Power Query to clean it. And the golden rule here, clean your data once. Seriously, don't duplicate your steps later. You can add your calculated columns, do some quick pivot tables just to validate that your numbers make sense, and then, this is absolutely crucial, you save that clean Excel file to OneDrive or SharePoint. You do this to ensure a seamless cloud-based integration for the next step, rather than leaving that precious data trapped locally on your laptop's hard drive. Now in step 2, we scale. You open up Power BI Desktop and import that beautifully validated Excel data straight from OneDrive. Now you can build out your data model and create your DAX measures for things like total sales or profit margins. Then you build out those flashy, executive-ready interactive visuals, your cards, your slicers, your matrices. Finally, you publish this whole thing to the Power BI service and set up an automated daily refresh. And just like that, you have automated the heavy lifting of your monthly reporting cycle. There's literally no more copy-pasting next month. Power BI is just going to pull the updated data automatically. Okay, so step 3. This is where the magic of the hybrid workflow truly, truly shines. Let's be real, not everyone in your finance department wants to learn Power BI, and honestly, they shouldn't have to. In step 3, your analysts can simply open a totally blank Excel workbook, go to Insert Pivot Table, and select From Power BI Dataset. Boom! They are now pulling data directly from your published, governed Power BI model. They can perform all their custom what-if scenarios right there in the familiar Excel interface they love, but, and this is the key, they are querying the exact same single source of truth that the executives are looking at on their shiny dashboards. Everyone is finally on the same page. Let's wrap this up and look at the big picture. Section 5, achieving best-in-class FP&A. Let's see how all these tactical steps actually build our path to the promised land. The 2025 FP&A Trends Survey outlines 5 key elements of a best-in-class FP&A ecosystem. Take a look at numbers 3 and 4 specifically, establishing a trusted data foundation and building a modern technology stack. When you implement this hybrid workflow we just talked about, you are actively fulfilling those exact requirements. You completely eliminate that version control nightmare, which establishes that trusted data foundation, and you leverage a highly modern analytics stack without abandoning the absolutely vital skills your people already have in Excel. And I think this quote brilliantly illustrates our core thesis for today. As the experts at Excel Demi note, a hybrid report is not about Excel versus Power BI, but rather about combining them effectively. By starting in Excel for fast exploration and modeling, moving over to Power BI for the automation and scale, and then connecting them seamlessly back together, you bridge that massive gap between having a strategic ambition and actually executing on it. You get the incredible agility of Excel right alongside the absolute power of Power BI. So, I'll leave you with this final thought to chew on. Is your team going to remain part of that 98%, stuck in the data trap, spending literally half the month just chasing numbers? Or are you ready to combine your tools, empower your people, and start building a hybrid, optimized future today? The blueprint is right there. It's time to put it to work. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. I really hope this helps you reclaim your time and, honestly, your sanity this month end.